What's going on, y'all? Odell Bazell here. Excited to be presenting to you on the Good Jobs podcast, the one and only Karima McKenzie. We're going to be talking about employee wellness. And you can't have a good job without having healthy employees. And so that's why we're going to be talking to the expert in employee wellness. Karima McKenzie is a mentor. She's a health, mental wellness, and nutrition coach with over 22 years of experience. Don't let the baby face fool you. As a trauma-informed educator, she has held various roles within the Jersey City public school system, from math teacher to athletic director to vice principal. Despite her professional success, Karima faced a mental health crisis in 2021 that led to a deep reassessment of her life's purpose. During her recovery, she channeled her experiences into writing Temples Are Sacred and So Are You. It's her book, and now she is helping you create and grow healthy employees one at a time. Karima, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm amazing, feeling amazing, clicking on all cylinders, and I'm happy to be here joining you on your podcast today.
Well, for those of you that don't know, Karima is joining us from a remote location that you may or may not have heard of. I'm not going to give up her location. She might be hiding from some people, but just know that she's jet setting it out there. And one of the big things that I want to go ahead and dive into, Karima, when we're talking about good jobs, when we're talking about employee wellness, you have something coined in your bio: trauma-informed educator. What does that mean for the people that, like me, that don't know?
So a trauma-informed educator it truly means that we are educators who have gone through extensive training around dealing with students and teachers who may have had adverse childhood experiences, which we call ACEs. So the higher the ACE score, we are trained to know what to do and be sensitive to how students may respond in the classroom setting or in the school as it pertains to trauma. So trauma informed just means that you have an awareness of trauma and the impact that it has on students and teachers alike.
Got it. I love that. So dealing with trauma, working through trauma, that's a part of people becoming more healthy. Your journey in helping companies, helping organizations make their employees more healthy or growing in employee wellness, that came from your kind of mental health crisis. Can you talk a little bit about that? You feel comfortable doing that?
Yes, absolutely. So September 2021, man, I'll never forget that dark time of my life. It was a period of time that I was deeply anxious, deeply depressed, and experienced major burnout to the point of suicidal ideation. And that led me to having to be hospitalized or mentally instituted for 7 days. And it is during those 7 days that I had a major transformative experience of coming back home to myself, where I learned what steps I needed to take in order to restore my mental, physical, and spiritual health.
Got it. I can only imagine that, but for those listening, what are some signs maybe that they could identify to help them and their employees or the people that they work with or their colleagues?
Yeah, so some signs are, first and foremost, is low morale. Look for the employees or educators that are disgruntled, don't want to be there, always kind of have a Debbie Downer mentality. Nothing works, everything is bad. Those are some of the signs. Also, employees that are often arriving late to work. They're overwhelmed with other things that are happening at home. Employees that are often sad, kind of keep to themselves. Those are some of the signs as well. Don't really engage or don't really buy into the leadership That's also a sign. These are all things that I was a part of during my time of burnout. So I can speak to it from a first-hand basis.
Got it. Those are some signs to look for, and then for those leaders, those managers, just making sure that you're keen on, the nonverbal communication or gestures or different things that people are putting out there is key. And so, Karima, we have a saying: we want to make Mondays feel like Fridays.
Yes.
What's one thing that you've done in your career, and maybe some other people can do, or your business or whatever, that makes you excited to go to work? Like, what are some things?
So I built this business after going through what I've gone through on teaching not just concepts, but how to truly embody transformation. So watching someone like myself go from survival mode to truly feeling safe and powerful in my own body, that's the one thing that I get excited about. Is now that I've been able to do it, I'm now being able to help other people go from survival to safety to empowerment. And that's what got me to be excited about going to work on Mondays, because I'm now going to work from a place of embodiment and transformation, that I'm not empty, I'm not sad all the time. So that's the difference. That's the major difference, and the one thing that I can speak to when it comes to starting to work on Mondays.
Yeah, giving people something to look forward to. I love that. I heard that in what you said. The expertise that you have, you work with students, you work with corporate individuals, you work with entrepreneurs. How can they, or what is one way that they can look forward to something? Because hope seems to be a positive thing that everybody should have.
So one of the ways they can do that is nervous system regulation. I think too often we don't realize that our bodies are in a state of discomfort because we're dysregulated. Once I realized that I needed to regulate my own nervous system when it came to balancing stress, trauma, self-doubt, all these different things, it's all because of an unregulated nervous system. So this is my area of expertise, where I teach people how to regulate. Once you are regulated, then you can go to work looking forward to work, because you are coming from a place of groundedness. I think most people go to work, they're not grounded within themselves. So when they're not grounded within themselves, everybody feels the wrath of that. If you know what I mean.
I got you. So I'm going to ask you and put you on the spot a little bit.
Yes.
I work from home most of the time when I'm not traveling and doing things of that nature. I've got 3 kids, a teenager, a teenager, and a 8, almost 9-year-old. And it's hard to get grounded in the morning, Karima. It's hard because they don't be trying to feel what I'm saying. So I get them off, get them to the bus. How can I ground myself, or somebody like me, dealing with the kids in the morning, getting lunches, getting all that? How do we get back grounded, centered to perform at a high level at our job?
Absolutely. So I'm going to challenge you a little bit, Odell. What time do your children get up? The time does the family get up?
Well, the children are woken up for the first time about 6 a.m.
Okay. So that means you need to get up at 5:30 a.m. and ground yourself. See, the work is in prior to starting the day. See, I cannot leave my house until I have gotten up and got grounded through whatever form of practice people choose. So it could be meditation, it could be audio meditation, your own private meditation, it could be prayer, it could be reading, whatever it is. You have to prioritize your own time for you and you alone prior to anybody gets in contact with you. That's how you regulate. That's how you ground before stepping your foot out of the door, before you wake those kids up. So that's where the challenge becomes, is like waking up earlier to tune to ourselves. And yeah, that's the hard part. And some of this work is challenging. To be honest, that's where it is. That's where the challenge is at.
Well, that's good. That's good. So in doing that, and again, for clarity's sake, for
Yep.
those listening, for those watching, you want to ground yourself if you have a situation or a scenario like me before, kind of like ready yourself for it.
Yes.
And then after you get them off to school, do you want to do that, maybe regrounding, or is that one time good enough? What are your
Oh no, see, that's the thing. It's okay to reset and regulate constantly through the day. So when I get to work, I go into my office, my lights are still off. I still don't engage with people until a certain time, because now I've changed, I've driven to work, I've dealt with some energies already, even coming into the building, and then I reground myself. So there is multiple times throughout the day that you can reground. There's no set, right or wrong in terms of doing it, but it's an absolute necessity to do it before you get engaged with anybody else, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you want to, before you engage, but then throughout the day, you're going to have to constantly regulate as well.
That's good. I hope y'all are taking notes and getting that. Just the premise, like we talk about, there's no such thing as a bad job. Like we have to have our own intentions and our own goals and different things of that nature for us to move forward and go forward there. Kareem, you got some time for some like fun questions?
Of course. Let's get it.
All right. Cool. We're gonna ask just a couple fun questions to see, like, when you get up in the morning, like, do you have a go-to drink for Monday, like, or any day? Do you have a go-to drink, coffee, something like that?
Well, I am a nutrition coach, right? Included in that. So I very much so always start with an herbal tea in the morning. It's mostly bitter, no sweetener, straight chasing it. But I go with the herbal tea to start my day. It just helps with breaking my fast in the morning.
Nutrition. Hey, the skin doesn't get like that by accident, people.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't get like that by accident. I love that. What's a song, Karima, as you're riding down the road or however you're commuting, that kind of puts you in that Friday mood or good mood?
Well, one song that I absolutely love is called "We Got Love" by Tiana Taylor, featuring Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill, is the GOAT of bringing some positive energy to your life. But that song is just a good, feel-good song, and it's all about love, and that's what I'm all about. So it's a good song.
You said, what's it called?
"We Got Love" by Tiana Taylor.
Oh, okay, cool.
Featuring Lauryn Hill. It's an amazing song.
It's a good song. All right, I'll add that to my list.
Yes.
What's the most Friday feeling moment you've had at work this year?
I would say my greatest Friday feeling is always when, whether it's my students, my employees, the people that I lead, or even clients, it's when they feel seen. It's whenever I have an engagement and they feel seen. It's whenever I get that reward from my output. That's the greatest Friday I could ever have, is when I get to receive from them what they receive from me.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And just the last question I'll throw in before we get your contact information for everybody. If you were running the United States, let's just say you're just running the United States, and you could implement one thing that could make every day feel like Friday, what would that one thing be?
every day feel like Friday? I think it would be embodiment of love for self, because that's what every day feels like for me.
Got it.
Every day is a gift, and only those who have done the deep inner work see every day as a gift, even if it's a Monday. Every single day is a gift.
Help people see that every day is a gift and not tragic
Exactly.
as we often see. I love that. Karima McKenzie, your employee wellness expert. Where can people reach out to you if they want to work with you, if they want to continue the conversation with you?
So you can find me at Karima, Karima, at templeofyou.co, C-O. That is my email, and that is a way that you can reach me directly.
I love that, y'all. Well, y'all know how we do. We make it every day, but especially Monday, feel like Fridays, get you in that good mood. This has been the Good Jobs Podcast, and we've been chatting with employee wellness expert Karima McKenzie. See you next time. Peace.
Thank you.